blah, blah, blah. But all of these evil movies have the same ideology of, there isn't really evil. That's just uptight, stuffy, religious Bible thumpers telling you there's such a thing as evil because they hate fun. And you should just do what you want and become as unto a god yourself. Go to bigmancomics.com for the best in action adventure entertainment. Hey guys, Gabe Eltaeb here, bigmancomics.com with another expert opinion. Why am I an expert? Oh, I don't know. Quarter century as an award-winning writer, illustrator, artist. If you've heard of it, if I've heard of it, if you've heard of it, I've worked on a Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Star Wars. There's a lot of opinions out there, guys. Most of them are not experts, so you are welcome. Sonic 3. I went to the movie theater last night and watched the third installment in this excellent franchise. The last movie I watched before the lockdown in 2020 was Sonic the Hedgehog. I saw it at the theater, and I was shocked at how good it was, how entertaining it was, how Jim Carrey steals the show. It's a great comedian. I was born in 1978, so I saw some in living color in the 90s, and that's where we all discovered the great Jim Carrey as one of the most amazing comedic talents. So the story with this movie and The Lion King Part 2, the semi-animated, semi-realistic, is funny. I think as of today, Monday the 6th, January 6th, I heard someone say it's a great day today. I think Trump's election will be certified today. It got community noted on Twitter. Disney did, because they said the number one movie at the box office, but no, Sonic was the number one movie domestically the first 2 weeks. I think this is the third weekend now they're competing, and Mufasa and crew have pulled ahead by a few bucks for the weekend, but not the total American thing. But it was very dishonest of Disney because The Lion King was released internationally completely, and Sonic was not released in as many countries, so it couldn't compete properly. But anyway, here's why we need more Sonic and less Disney, less Deadpool. And a lot of you people who say you're anti-woke, but you're watching woke shit like Deadpool, and yes, it's woke. You know why it's woke? Because in the grandest sense, woke isn't just about identity politics. Woke is about filth. Woke is about promoting filth and saying it's okay. And stuff like Wicked, Nosferatu, Lion King, those are all movies right now. They promote an evil ideology, and I'll explain why quickly. In the original Lion King from 1991 or 2 or whatever it was when I was in middle school or high school, the point is there's a king, Mufasa, his son, and then the uncle, right? And the uncle tries to kill the king so he can be the king, and then the son has to overcome and become the Lion King, right? So that tells you the father, Mufasa, was in the royal lineage, that he's the good guy, that the uncle Scar's the evil usurper trying to steal the throne. So good versus evil, very clear morality. Well, woke people have no morality. They are Satanists. They don't know they are, but in the Bible, Satan tempts Eve, and he tells her, if you don't listen to God, and you just do whatever you want, if you eat this apple, you will become as unto gods yourselves, right? That's what the temptation of the Garden of Good and Evil is. That if you do what you want, you can be your own God. That's the main message of evil, of Satanism. In heaven, when Satan didn't want to submit to, when he was Lucifer and he was an angel and he didn't want to submit to God, it's because he didn't want to worship a God. He wanted to be God himself. He wanted to say, there is no evil. There is no good. Morality is subjective. I just do what I want, and it's good for me. It's my truth. You guys have heard all this stuff, and you think it's annoying, you think it's bad, but you don't realize it's Satanism. Quite truly, it really is. And I'll show you what they did with the newest Lion King movie. So in the old lore, you have the evil uncle trying to kill his brother, the king, so to usurp the throne. Well, they changed the lore so the king, Mufasa, is not blood related to Scar, the uncle. Scar is really part of the royal family. Mufasa's an orphan, and the royal family takes him in. And on its face, in a vacuum, that story's just a story. But in the context of the original movie existing, now that undoes the goodness versus evil in the original movie. And you say, maybe Scar had a point. Maybe it really was Scar's throne. And you look at the Acolyte, and they say, oh, the Jedis were big meanies to the Sith, and maybe the Sith really were good. You look at Wicked. Oh, the Wicked Witch of the West, she was really just misunderstood, and it was racial prejudice against her green skin or something. I haven't seen it. But it was, oh, the bad guys really misunderstood. And you look at the Nosferatu thing, which was perverted and sexual, and I didn't go see it because I read about it. And it's, oh, is it wrong, the seduction with this Count Orlok and blah, blah, blah. But all of these evil movies have the same ideology of, there isn't really evil. That's just uptight, stuffy, religious Bible thumpers telling you there's such a thing as evil because they hate fun. And you should just do what you want and become as unto a god yourself. It's the same thing every time, guys. It's just dressed up with sugar and sprinkles and icing to look delicious. The devil's never gonna come to anyone in a black robe with horns and blood dripping out his mouth and flaming eyes and tell him to follow evil. He's gonna come to you beautiful, shiny, wonderful, enticing, fun, caring, compassionate. It's gonna look good. Evil's gonna look amazing. It's gonna look beautiful. Don't fall for it. But we need more Sonic and less Disney. Because here's what Sonic is in comparison. In this third movie, there's a family, there's a team, there's good guys versus bad guys. There's someone overcoming the desire to get revenge. The Bible tells you not to get revenge. Revenge is immoral in pretty much every religion, every philosophy. I'm a Christian, but a big theme of this movie is to do what's right and not get revenge. Another huge theme in this movie is to die to save others. Those are biblical principles. There's no cussing. There's no sex. There's no woke ideology. There's no telling kids weird stuff about their gender. There's nothing going on in this movie. The computer effects are gorgeous. The colors, the special effects, the designs, it's all outstanding. And Jim Carrey couldn't be funnier. And he's funny without being dirty. We don't need Deadpool. We don't need sex toy jokes. Deadpool and cocaine jokes. We don't need all that. And those of you that are conservative or at least anti-woke, you got to stop watching things like Deadpool as like, oh, it's funny. It is funny. I saw the first one and I hated it and it was funny. Both things can be true. Evil can feel good. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You shouldn't do it though. And if you want to win this culture war, you can't be permissive. You can't. You need to cancel your Netflix. You need to cancel your Disney Plus. You need to not go to Disneyland. You know how hard that is for me? I live like an hour from Disneyland, and Disneyland is one of my most favorite things in the world. And I didn't go this year on the day that I was supposed to go. I went to Knott's Berry Farm, which is a local amusement park. It's been around since like the 50s too, like Disneyland. And it's just like 5 miles from Disneyland. And they don't push anything woke there. The characters there are like Charlie Brown and Snoopy and all that stuff. And it's just a normal place, and they're not pushing any weird agenda as far as I see and anything like that. We went there instead of Disneyland, and that hurts me so bad. I love Disneyland. I love the creation there, the Imagineering, but I don't want to give them money. I don't want to help them push this ideology. So until I start to see change from them and they get rid of the DEI and the pushing the woke filth, I'm going to do everything I can not to give them money. But I implore you to do the same. So go see Sonic 3. I saw 1. I haven't seen 2. I felt a little weird about seeing 3 last night. I told my wife, do we need to watch 2 on demand before we see 3? And we didn't need to. We were able to fully grasp the third story. They didn't make it, so the second one made it. So you needed to see it before you saw the third one. Anyway, it couldn't come with a higher recommendation for me. Hilarious, gorgeous, amazing values. It's the way stories are supposed to be told. Guys, I'm Gabe Eltaeb. This is BigManComics.com. Go to my website. Check out my comic books. We got some great stuff coming. Empyrean is almost done. I can smell it. The Unstoppable Tyrus. Up to page 30 on pencils, and I'm on page 13 on inks, and that book is going to be a home run. You're not going to want to miss that. Follow me on X. I'm Big Man Comics. I am on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm Gabe Eltaeb, and I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on social media and go to BigManComics.com.